Hello, everybody. My name is Joe, and this is my little corner of the internet. Welcome to Darkness Exposed, where we bring darkness to light. I am joined today by Level Headed. Hello to everyone in chat. Shauna Breedlove, Callie Dime, True Crime with Shannon, Daisy Dead, Sluggish Sleuth, Bling, the super mod is in the building, and Sabrina H. Hello. We are going to talk about Lucian, and we are going to take a second look at everything that we know so far and look at some maps and address some of the contradictions, because there are some legitimate concerns that there's different family members giving different versions of events, and it really muddies the water, and it makes a lot of speculation just go absolutely wild. And do you wonderful. Thank you, Sabrina. Sabrina lives right by the park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see. We will watch the last. Let's see here, and we will open panel here in a little bit. Let me put us there. All right. This is the last report that the news did.
Reporting for Cap View. The search for 4-year-old Lucian continues this morning, Thursday, after more than 4 days of the little boy being missing. Volunteers are coordinating this morning, setting a plan for the day to figure out how they can expand the search to better look for a 4-year-old missing Lucian. The family has taken over the search at this point and are still accepting volunteers and any help they can get. We'll continue to keep you updated on this story as we learn more at YakTriNews.com.
And that was one of their last. This is actually one of the most recent interviews. And there's also something else that relates to this that I do have a question about. And of course,
search for little Lucian continues, and tonight, for the first time, we're hearing directly from the missing 4-year-old's mom. It's been a full day since Yakima County Search and Rescue pulled back their resources, but today Lucian's mom tells us the search won't end for her until she finds her son. Since Saturday night, where 4-year-old Lucian was last seen near Sarg Hubbard Park, family and community members have come out in large numbers to bring Lucian home. Today was no different. Amber Mungia, the mom of 4-year-old Lucian, tells us she's been stunned by the amount of support people in the community are giving her. It's been 4 days since she last saw her son, and she doesn't want people to give up hope, saying she still needs our help.
It takes my breath away. To see the people come pray for us takes my breath away. The people I see just walking in and out just to search for a moment, it takes my breath away. It's amazing to see what a community does to come together when something like this happens. And I'm so grateful for it. So grateful.
We certainly hope that he is found soon. The family says it will be at Sarg Hubbard Park if anyone wants to volunteer their time or just to grab a flyer.
And it has been and they are still out there searching. There was a lady that was actually doing online prayer time at 8 o'clock every night. And the family asked her to stop doing that. Here it is.
Hi everybody, this is Patricia, and I'm on a little bit late this evening, and this will be my final time in talking with all of you. The family reached out to me through somebody today and asked that we discontinue this prayer time, and so out of respect for the family, I'm going to do that. So let me just encourage all of you who have faith and people of prayer to continue praying on your own, as I will. Thank you all for joining me these days. God bless you. Bye.
So I thought that was interesting, is that publicly she said that she's stunned by the overwhelming support. And we, as a small community here on social media, we grow attached to these little kiddos and they take a piece of our heart. And so, but do we have proof other than her saying it, and she has been reliable as far, I haven't seen any issues with Patricia's credibility. I understand that, when to but to support the overwhelming community support, there's also a online community that loves Lucian and wants to see him found safe, and I will say that I'm one of them. And there's also been some discussion of him being spotted at Kiwanis Park, which, let me pull up the map. Level-headed, how about you chime in real quick while I pull up the Google Earth?
My internet's really choppy. Give me a second, okay?
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Google Earth. Now, Kiwanis Park and Sarg Hubbard Park are not very far apart. So we'll look at Sarg Hubbard Park first. So that's here. And Kiwanis Park, well, it's across the freeway. That's interesting because Interstate 82 runs through here. So we don't, and one family member says that yes, they were at Kiwanis Park. Another family member says no, they were not at Kiwanis Park. So that would, I wish that there was a way to a source of a accurate timeline, because I really think, oh, there is a road under the freeway. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that. Oh yeah, I see where it kind of goes down here. So under the overpass. And then, so literally right around, I mean, you could. That's that premix station that they were asking permission to search. And then there was a scent, private investigator Harry Oakes has a search and rescue organization. And although there was extreme cross-contamination, and he's saying locating the missing child scent in the lake. Well, it's or someone else who is dead in the lake. My question is, did he use a scent article, or was it just a positive scent of human remains? They actually reached out to AWP, and because there's no vehicle involved, AWP was not able to assist them. But again, this is contradiction, because one family is saying one thing as far as searchers coming out yesterday, and that they cleared the lakes. That was according to Amy Bailey. But then there is another family member who said no, all the lakes haven't been cleared. So it's hard to delineate fake from fact, because we don't have a real concise timeline. Law enforcement let me go back to that video where they specifically say that no foul play is suspected.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about where we're at and like what resources you guys are utilizing right now?
So we're almost 2 days in. We have resources that have come from all over the state. We're extremely lucky that we have so many highly trained and talented volunteers. Some folks who have spent enormous amounts of money on their own equipment are here. Today we had, I've never heard of such a thing, but we have underwater drones, which can go into the lakes. And one of the nice things about that technology is it can work a pattern, because it doesn't get tired and it doesn't run out of air. But so far, no luck. We have no real news to report. We don't know where Lucian is. We continue to ask folks if they have any information to send those tips to us so that we can follow up on that. I do want to say, Emily, that we have no indication of foul play. We've had detectives out here almost 2 days now. They have done a lot of searching on their own, not the kind of searching that the search and rescue does, but talking to people, witnesses, looking for video. I don't want to get too deep into what we have seen or what we know, but really good, strong indications are that he moved to the south and to the east. And unfortunately, that's where some big bodies of water are. We also have a fast-flowing river. There's not an indication that he went west, so I know a lot of folks are concerned about maybe he got picked up or went into Walmart. All of those things are possible. I can't rule anything out. We won't rule anything out. So any leads that we get in any direction, we will follow. But we also have to go with what we know. And so far, what we know is that this is a child who ran from his parents, went south into the east, and there has just been an incredible search looking for him. One of the things I will mention is it's pretty impressive. One of the reasons we asked folks not to appear originally to come out was that all of the searchers have GPS on them. So you can see the track of exactly where they were, and then the map overlays, and it gives us a really good idea of what has been and what has not been searched. We've also, of course, been looking for articles of clothing, footprints, things like that. So up until now, we really didn't want to have people that might be contaminating that, also making it difficult for the dogs. So as we move forward, we will certainly provide more information. We will continue to communicate with the public in any way we can.
How big an area are you guys searching right now?
So we've gone south almost to Union Gap, and the search area to the north looks like it's going to be about Sela. It's enormous, and there are a lot of heavy brush. There's not only lakes and rivers, but there's canals and ditches and mud, and I mean there's a lot of area to search. But I can tell you from looking at the grid, they've done it several times. They've now done the same area several times. Does that mean that we could have missed him? Of course. It's too big an area. There's too many places for a little 4-year-old to be to say for certain that we have or have not been able to find him. What I do know is, you can tell around me, these people are very determined and they work hard. They're highly trained, and they've been going at this since almost 2 days ago.
Are you guys to the point yet of accepting people to come in and volunteer or not yet?
We're not, but we will make that announcement when the time is good. What we would have to do is decide that at that point, this specialty training is not going to lend to finding him. And then it's going to be more, how many people can we get to look at every bush? So we will make that plea at some point, but not right now.
How many personnel approximately?
We'll get that number for you, but it's well over 100. It's a big effort.
And do you know who brought the underwater drone?
It was a volunteer. I think he's with Pierce County, but I don't know for a fact.
Do you know how many different agencies?
I don't, but we will work on getting all that information. We're trying to get a list of what assets we've used and who all came to help. Even the federal government and the military has come. I can't say people haven't tried to help, because they are helping.
How is the weather impacting what you've been able to do?
Yeah, today's been rainy, a little cooler. Luckily, it's not really cold. You know, we're not in deep fall or winter yet, but it does make it more difficult. It certainly affects scent, things like that. It's harder on the equipment. Can't all go out in the rain. So, but you know, when we have a free minute like this, we'll use it.
Is there anything that people can do to help other than, share the Facebook post or things like that? Can they bring donations? I know someone was saying to bring blankets or toys or something for search and rescue people to leave around.
So I've had some people ask me, but I kind of gave that to the church community. So I think there is an effort underway. I'm not exactly sure who is leading that. I talked to Councilperson Byers and Councilperson Cousins. They may know. The folks at the vigil last night may have some information. I'm sure this family has some needs. It would be fantastic if the community stepped up. While talking about the family, I will say, Emily, these folks are going through a nightmare. You know, they're having a situation that no one would ever want to face. So I would just ask the community to be kind, including on social media. Don't push send if it's mean. There's no point, right? We don't need to be doing that right now. I think we should be known for a community that supports one another, and our goal and their goal is to find this child, right? Today is not the day to blame or to try to make people feel bad. What we're trying to do is come to a successful conclusion. I hope that's the kind of community we are. It's certainly the kind of police department we are. So I would ask folks to think about that.
I know you mentioned that the father was looking and the father called in to report the kid missing. I was wondering, I had talked to the dad a little bit yesterday, not on camera, but about kind of what happened. But I was wondering, is there anything else you can release about, you know, what he said as far as, you know?
I'm going to be careful what I say, but I will tell you that we have evidence that validates much of what he said to us. So I will say again, there is no indication at this point of foul play on anyone's part. Could that change? Of course it could change. But everything we're seeing leads us to believe that this is a child with autism who ran. And 4-year-old child running from parents. I had 6 kids. I can tell you that happens. So I would really hope that we are sympathetic and understanding for these poor folks who are going through this terrible situation.
Anything else you want to add?
All right. So that was really the last statement that we got from law enforcement, you know, other than the fact that they had exhausted their measures and then it was up to the community.
So let's go. Let's go to this. Can you zoom in on Sarge Park there?
Yeah.
All right. See the playground to the left there?
Playground's here. Playground is here.
Okay. What are you in?
The parking lot.
Are you in Google Maps?
No, I'm in Google Earth.
Google Earth. Does it allow you to measure how far it is from there to the water, to the lake, and how far from there to the? Where's this river at?
Let's see. The river is right there.
Yeah, but then it comes and wraps around through the back there. See where the lake is? Keep going. So then that's another body of water. So the river never wraps around the lake.
Yeah. Do you want to pull up Google Maps? Because you're better at maps than I am.
You're doing just fine. We're gonna teach you today how to do it.
Okay.
So in order to go to that river, you would have to go back across the. So take the thing and go up a little bit more so I can see where the park is. There you go.
Okay, so here's the park. Here's the playground right here.
Okay, where's the parking lots at?
Parking lot is here. Wraps around, and it looks like, yeah, parking lot kind of stops here, and then there's another parking lot up here.
So you would think that they would park all the way up there at the top where the 2 trees are in the playground, right? Yeah, right there.
Right. Yeah.
So if he went missing, I rule out the river because he would have had to go right past. He would have had to go. That's a long ways from where they are.
Yeah, he would have had to cross the. He would have had to cross the parking lot. You're right.
And I think the other lake was checked. That lake that's right there.
This was checked, definitely. I saw footage of that being checked. And then apparently they said that yesterday divers came out and cleared the other water, but then another family member said something completely opposite. And, you know, I don't know. Things just, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that big body of water to the right of your screen. How big? It's decent size.
That's big.
I mean, it's decent sized.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I wonder if that's Buchanan Lake. That might be. Yep. That's
Okay.
Buchanan Lake. So that's where.
Click that more info button there on the side. Yeah. Does it tell you more about the lake or no?
No, lake in Washington State.
Okay. Sometimes when you click that, it tells you all about the lake, like how big it is, how deep it is.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I know as far as depth, I saw that it's approximately 120 feet deep.
Wow. It's pretty deep.
It used to be a rock quarry that they filled in.
Yeah, they filled in, yeah, because the quarry part is just to the right there.
Right. It's let's see.
No, go
right
back.
here.
Yep, right there.
Right
That's
here.
what they were pulling rocks out of, and they probably
Yeah.
Well,
That's the like premix construction not construction. Concrete premix.
so where's Sarg Hubbard Park is where?
Sarge is here.
Okay.
Kiwanis is here.
So to get from Kiwanis to Sarge, I zoom in on Kiwana. I haven't looked at that one yet.
Okay. And
so that's a baseball field. Yeah, those are baseball fields.
Okay. They had said also that they were that he was spotted near the skate park.
There is a little park out to the see the right there.
Yeah.
Out past, yep, there's a little park there.
That's Gateway, yeah. And then it was
scroll up further because there's another park up there too with baseball fields. See that one?
Rotary Playground at Kiwanis Park. So this is
there's
a different playground
there with ball fields.
Right.
So one of my questions was, and I saw a lot of different stuff going on, but one of my questions is if let's say that you take your kids to the park, is there a reason? Is there a reason why you would leave one park and go to the next, or if you went to one park, why would you leave to go to the next?
Right. Right. And so the brother-in-law of the father is the one that's saying that they were at Kiwanis Park, and Amy Bailey, who is an aunt, said that he wasn't at Kiwanis Park. Law enforcement said that they have video, but they are requesting video, and family said that no, they don't have any video of him leaving the park, that they're going off a child statement. So I wish that law enforcement would come out with something that, okay, this is X, Y, and Z. This is exactly what happened. This is what we have verified, and this is where we're at. That way it cuts down on the speculation. I mean,
go back to that view. Go back to that view that you just zoom in just a little bit more. All right, right there. So there is a couple of bodies of water there right above my head there. There's a couple little tiny little things right there. The homeless and drug use is bad in those parks.
Yeah.
So live down here in the green paths. Yeah. When I was trying to see if there was somewhere I don't think you could drive your vehicle beyond where they did. I just would imagine that I think you could take your little the little guy on the side there. And I think you could put him in the actual parking lot. Yeah, see?
Yep, I can.
Yeah, go right there by the roundabout and see if we can.
Whee!
So up there on that light post to the left.
Yep, I'm getting there. So there's the playground.
Yeah. So to the behind you, like turn around 360. There's a light post. Scroll up. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So to the right, I think some more.
Let's see. No, but there's
that's the
pond.
Can you go further? Yeah. Is there a camera on the corners there? That's what I'm looking for is cameras.
Oh. Let's
So
see.
see right above my head, not way up there, but right above my head on the actual building. So zoom, if you use the scroller, yeah, there you go.
That looks like a camera.
Or a light, one of the two.
Or it could be a light, yeah.
Yeah. Now there was a pole, yeah, keep going to the right. Like spin yourself around. Yeah, keep going. There's a light. That's an LED light up on two round objects. I don't know what those round objects refer to, but I think they're just lights, right?
It
At
looks
one
just
time, those were
lights,
the
yeah.
old lights, and then they put a LED light up there. My thing is, how did he get from far nowhere to be found if Dad wasn't looking for just a second? Just doesn't make sense. Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, because that parking lot is right up on the
playground. Yeah.
But we don't know how many people were there. And were they at the playground? That's what they were saying, right? They were playing at the playground.
At the playground, yeah.
Right.
That he was. Yeah. Let me go back and get that. We can watch that again.
What way does it say north, south, east, west here on your map? No, it doesn't. Right?
No.
See the little thing up there next to this little stick guy, that compass?
Yeah.
What does that say?
Oh, wait, compass. No.
Oh, that should be. Yeah, try it. What does it say? Click.
Whoops. It don't like me.
It doesn't, yeah. Well, I was trying to figure out is they said that he went in the southeast direction. So so what's southeast on this map? If you click the Yakoma, Washington in the top left corner, I think it goes out of your thing. Or in the bottom left pane, there's there you go.
There we go.
So what way is north here? I'd have to pull it up here in a minute.
Okay. You want?
Go
Well,
ahead
and
watch.
Now at 6 and search.
Yeah, let's do this. The parents interview. Let's take a look at that again. And then you go ahead and pull up maps on your side and see if we can figure out the direction that he was going.
For a missing 4-year-old last seen in Yakima Park, the question remains, where is Lucian Mungia? The community expressing concern for the missing child. Good evening, I'm Jason Valentine.
And I'm Alyssa Warner in for Madeline Hagan tonight. Now, nearly 72 hours since that 4-year-old went missing out of Yakima, there is still no sign of him.
And in a story you'll only see here on Cap KVU, Emily Goodell spoke to the parents about their little boy and how you can help bring him home.
His name is Lucian Mungia, a 4-year-old boy who plays and laughs and loves fish. Now he's gone.
We're Lucian's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting Lucian to come home.
Sandra Mungia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarg Hubbard Park. Lucian and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, and that's all it takes is a blink of an eye.
Investigators say they believe Lucian left the playground alone, headed south and east. They don't suspect foul play, but the family says they don't think he's hiding.
He doesn't even get the concept of hide and seek.
He comes out before you find him.
He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son.
Lucian has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's Lucian. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for Lucian.
You guys are welcome to come out, come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the
Up
toys?
by the toy area.
Park in the gravel down there by the sheriff's, or up here by the toys.
You can also pick up flyers to put up around town.
Print Guys is actually helping us a lot on this. They're donating a lot of flyers every day.
And if you see something, say something immediately.
Not 2 hours later, just take the second to drop what you're doing and call 911. If you have him, just drop him off where he's gonna be found and just let him go. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVU, local news.
If you want to help in other ways, family members say you could just come talk to them at the playground. At least one of them will be staying there around the clock until Lucian is found.
And we've got an update from Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray, who says the search is far from over, but they do have to scale back. Some resources are no longer in use, like the helicopter and underwater drone. Murray says search teams equipped with GPS have gone over the area more than once, from Sarg Hubbard Park to Union Gap and Sela, with no luck. That's why they're inviting the community in to see if they spot something the professional search teams did not.
We have to scale back at some point. We can't just keep resources that are no longer usable. We will keep looking, but at some point that will also end. And so if the public wants to take that on, that would be fantastic.
Murray says they were able to get video that reportedly shows Lucian leaving the park in a southeast direction by himself, but nothing showing what may have happened after that. If you have any videos of the park from Saturday night or video from the surrounding area, you can contact police. And if you have a tip, you can call 911.
I wonder if there's cameras at that Ready Mix station. Oh, let's see. Okay, he's going to share. Thank you, Level, and I'll be right back. So I will let
you get my message on Facebook to answer questions about AWP looking for people not in cars. I'm not worried about that right now. Let's take a look here. I'm just kind of scouring the area here a little bit. So we got Seattle up here. We got Tacoma, Portland, Vancouver. Let's take a look here. So they said Union Gap. Here's Union Gap. And then there was another one that says Sela. So I wanted to take a look at what they were talking about. And when they said they used underwater drones, are they talking that they went from Union Gap on the river? That's what I wonder. Let's see what else I can find here. So, Sarg Hubbard Park, Kiwanis Park. Sorry, I'm playing around with the map here quick. I'm taking a look here now. Let's see, it should switch over here. All right, so we got mountains on the side there. So we got mountains all over here. We got mountains over here. Then we're going to take a look here. So, sorry, I can't see chat right now while I'm doing this. The river goes all the way to Union Gap, and over there by the way exit, there is also ponds. Yeah, I just wonder. I mean, it keeps going. Oh, there's a Walmart. So it takes a second as my screen buffers here. There we go. So gateways, and then Sarg Hubbard Park, but here's Walmart. Let me see something. So the park should be over. There's the park. So you can see the park from the Walmart. You can see the playground right there. The water should be right here. So let's see something here. There's trees in the way, but I want to see something. It's nothing. That's a solar system. That's just the end of the electrical. It says there's a camera on this door, but where's the camera? I want to see something else here while I go into here. Hello, everybody coming in. I'm just checking some things out here. They said there's a camera here on that door someplace. It's another light. The only thing I can see is that there's a camera over there, but there's trees in the way. I just want to see something else here. A lot of times Walmart will put cameras on the back of their building. There we go. Says there too. Let's see if I can go back here. There is a mini market right next to the Kiwanis and low-income housing complex that I am sure has cameras. We'll take a look at that. I'm 14 minutes back anyways on the live because phone call. I've gone from park to park with my kids depending on what park offers. Yeah, I know. I think that's what I was. Cameras usually at the corners of the building facing multiple directions at Walmart. Yes, that is why I'm showing this, but I don't see them. There's one up there. But I think that's going into this bullpen here. Usually they have them. I think this is a camera, but It's too hard to tell. There's a wire coming out, and there's a drain there, but I'm pretty sure that's a camera right there. It's just too hard to tell. Usually they have them up here, up on top. Because there's the... All right, we're going to go down the street. We're going to go... Let's go here. So there we go. Let me get out of the way of this vehicle that's right there. Oh, boy. It's just a maintenance shed. I don't see anything there. Nothing there. The reason why I'm looking for this. All right, let me go back over there. Let's go here. That camera right there has got to be, they'll probably catch the park, but I don't know how good it is because that's a ways away. Let's go right there. All right, so we're inside the park here. So live chat reminder. Hello, everybody coming in. Let's see what else. Autocorrect just keeps messing my sentences up. Commenting on someone's YouTube, but I worked at Walmart. Their cameras are trash. The new lot cop cameras should be better, but too far. Yeah, I think it's way too far. Walmart's not going to have cameras on telephone poles of property. No, but sometimes villages put them up to monitor like a panel or transformers. Sometimes you'll see a camera on transformers. I'm just looking to see if there's even a camera here because according to them, they didn't get any clarification on cameras. And it doesn't look like there's any cameras. And this is where we prove if there's facts or not facts. And the police were saying no verification on cameras. And I don't think there is any cameras. And that's what I'm trying to show here. Hold on here 1 second. Let's see what else we got here. Looks like these are their style of lights. I've never been to Washington, so looks like this is the style of the lights that they use. Looks like a pretty popular place. This is from July 2012. I don't know how much it's changed since then. What is this? A train? Yeah, I don't see any cameras at the park. Looks like just on the other side here. Oh, they have a memorial there. That's pretty cool. I'm just thinking here, how do you get to the, let's go. I don't want to do that. Let's do this. zoom back out. Sarg Hubbard Park. We're over here. There's a dam there. I just, out of logically thinking, going from here where the park is, that's a long ways to that river. A long, long ways. So I always say that there's three and I can pull this up. I'll always speak about them. Hold on here 1 second. So there's a 25% chance, 25% chance, 25% chance. And I'm not saying, because I'm still going through all the facts, but here's what the facts are. So there's a 25% chance that, how did I put that? Who knows? I think we definitely need to push for every public park to have cameras in the rural areas. Yeah, I think also having them on stop signs or stop lights or something. The other thing is there's a 25% chance that he was never at the park. There's a 25% chance that that he went into the water. There's a 25% chance that somebody took him. And then there's another, I forget what the other one was. I have it on my, hold on here. I wrote them all down. 25% chance not even there. 25% chance that he was went to the water. 25% chance that he was taken. And then I forget what the last one was. There was one other one. Hold on here. I'll look it up while we're going through this. It's just sad that this little guy is still missing. I'm actually gonna do a little alert message and see if we can get the alert going. Look at the hills in the park. Mom said they liked rolling down. Yes. Are you back?
I'm back. Yep. I'm back.
Hey, what was the other thing? I said 25%. What did I say the other day? 25%.
Foul play.
No, hold on here 1 second. I want to read exactly what I wrote the other day. As we're researching, that's a lot of research you guys did this morning.
Oh, yeah. We were all over it.
Yeah, go ahead and go back to you can undo my screen or whatever. And I want to go into some of these. I don't know if you downloaded them or what you did on the Facebook post. I want to go into too many chefs in the kitchen and not enough cook.
Okay.
And,
do you want to go ahead and show the if you show the hills in the park, because that would be something specifically that's something that Mom said, so it has stuck out to me, and I'll make sure that all these are downloaded.
Here we go. So I found it. I was going to tell you 25%. A is never at the park, B is in the water, C is abduction, and D is still walking around.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we have to use process of elimination in order. Here, let me go see where I am here. You have to use process of elimination in order to figure this out. So we need to figure out the fact that they were at the park. Yes, the parents are saying that they're at the park, but we need some actual physical evidence, meaning that he was seen on camera, or there's another eyewitness there, and I have yet to hear either one of that.
Well, law enforcement did say that they had him on camera, but the problem is that family has said no, he was not spotted on camera, that it was an eyewitness statement, that, you know, he went that way.
Well, let's see if I can figure out. Hold on here 1 second. I'll figure out what direction is here real quick, and then we'll go back to.
And as a matter of fact, here while you're doing that, let me pop up this one screenshot.
All right, so we got north, south, east, west. So southeast would have been to the left, which I'm just looking here real quick while you bring up those messages.
Okay.
Southeast. If you went southeast from there, that's away from the river.
I believe it was southwest.
It was southwest, which would lead more to the ponds directly south of the playground. Southwest would be back across the parking lot, though. I don't know. It just depends on where they're parked and all that stuff. We need some key pieces of the of this whole thing in order to figure this out.
Yeah. So Amy Bailey is the one who has really spoken up for the family. And what she's saying is Kiwanis is the park they usually go to. We had a lot of tips going towards there, but unfortunately nothing ever came of it. They do have video footage of the dad running with the stroller. That's how the police were able to establish an approximate disappearance time. It shows him frantically searching for him. There was a few places that they were able to ping with the dogs. One was by the pond and one was on the greenway. An outside resource and his dog pinged a scent next to another lake. We have 2 dive teams today searching those ponds again. And then let's see.
Hey, can I address something real quick?
Yes.
Eric, we're not, I know his grandparents, shame on all of you for trying to turn a tragedy into a conspiracy.
Oh, no.
People are trying to be computer sleuths. No, the thing is what are facts? Who's this Amy Bailey lady? And
Amy Bailey is allegedly an aunt. She is,
okay.
She is the one who has really spoken out for the family.
Okay.
And here she's saying they were not at Kiwanis before going to Sarg Hubbard. The video footage was able to determine the timeline would have been 6:54 to 7:15 with police arrival at 7:30. There was someone claiming they found a little boy at the skate park and the police followed up. There was a boy, but he was blonde and with his family. So there are, okay. And then the chief is quoted. He left the park by himself. That's what we know for a fact. And that they do not suspect foul play.
So hold on, pull that one back up.
Okay.
So this is from Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray told KAPP News in an interview Tuesday that investigators found video that shows Lucian leaving the park in a southeast direction by himself, and that they do not suspect foul play. He left the park by himself. That's what we know for a fact, Murray said. What happened after that? Well, that may still have to be found. And so here, go to my screen real quick.
Okay.
So this is going to be east over here where my cursor is. This is north. This is west. And this is south. So southeast would be in this direction. This would be directly south. Southeast would be more this direction.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe these are the hills that they rolled on, I think. It's hard to tell with the here, but it's kind of all way hilly right there. So I think there's like I was trying to find this bridge, but this is old. This is from 2019.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry. This is from 20. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. This is from 2022. Here's that little thing. But all this is hills. You can tell by the way that it's cut here on the
Yeah.
grass. That
Yeah.
that's a hill. I believe these are hills, but I have to go back to the thing. But southeast. I mean, my thing is what if it's that one chance that somebody took him, and
Right.
and there's 4 ways to look at this until you can prove to take out those things. Like the one poster said he was
Nonverbal. Yeah.
nonverbal, but then there's videos where he's verbal. So which one is it? Does he I'm saying this just me thinking aloud, not saying anything bad about the parents or anything. It's just facts matter when you're trying to find a kid. And I understand when a kid goes missing that you don't know what to do and everything's running 500 miles an hour. If you ever watch my show or Joe's show, we will tell you that everything runs at like 100 miles an hour for you, and it's hard to get everything great. No, that's southwest. No, according to this. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It said southeast, right? I'm sorry. I said it wrong. So southeast would be over here because this is east. That's west. So they said southeast in that little clip you had, right? So
Yes,
southeast
misinformation
would be over
is
here.
damaging.
The river's a long ways away from that park. Really a long ways away. I mean, you can fit this Walmart parking lot. So imagine a Walmart parking lot. You could fit that from like in here for him to get over to the river. That's
Right. That's a long walk.
Yeah. But I'm not
Yes,
saying
it
that a
is
little
definitely
kid,
different. Yeah.
nonverbal doesn't always mean doesn't talk. It's different. Oh, okay. See, I don't know that. That's why
Yeah.
his speech is broken, but he does talk, is what Mom said, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
But
saw that
it
it was
was
nonverbal, and what I took
yeah,
from verbal is that he doesn't speak. But I could be
and
completely wrong. I don't know.
actually, hang on, because I need to look at something.
Okay.
Okay. On the GoFundMe that was taken out, they list him as nonverbal.
Yeah, but what does nonverbal? What is the term nonverbal mean? Because there's clearly a video of him talking. But does that mean like he doesn't respond unless if spoken to, or just out of the blue he speaks? That's
You
what
mean
I'm trying
spontaneous? Yeah, spontaneous speech. Oh, Elizabeth, her cousin is his grandmother.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
My cousin is his grandmother. I'm asking the question. I don't understand the nonverbal thing, and I don't understand it. I do see a video of him speaking, but I would love Elizabeth. Are you willing to come up here? I'm doing okay. I just have so many questions because it doesn't make sense to me. Elizabeth, we will drop you the link if you want to come up here.
I went ahead and dropped the link. I figured we can go ahead and open up panel now. And Elizabeth, I'd love you to come up because this would be wonderful to be able to clear up a lot of the information.
The mother said his sentences are broken, speaks, but it is broken. But that would not be nonverbal, though, right?
No, that would still be. And as a mom of an autistic child, to me, that's verbal.
Nonverbal means limited.
Okay.
which may be. I'm
Maybe.
asking. I don't know. I don't know why you would put that on when he speaks. Is what I'm questioning. It doesn't matter. The thing is I did hear him speak, and I believe he was responding to that be speech delayed. That's what I would think is what you call it, not nonverbal. Nonverbal means you don't speak at all.
Trisha said that on Mom's Facebook, and that she has been friends with Mom since middle school, she has videos of him talking, counting, and talking a bit. So,
yeah, I saw that video. It was actually on that Facebook group. He counts to 10 very, very good. That's why I'm asking. I'm also special needs mom. Nonverbal is zero speak. Well, he spoke 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know he got that far, which is very good, but that's what throws me off. Maybe whoever made the thing doesn't understand that. You know what I mean? Maybe they just didn't know how to put it on there, and it was a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. But I don't know. I'm lost for if you went in the southeast location, I mean, that river's a long ways away. I mean, the lake's nice and close there, but is Elizabeth asking? I'm not good with this stuff. Not sure how to join. Check or darkness. Here, I'll do it. Elizabeth, is Elizabeth in my chat or Darkness's chat? Elizabeth is over at Darkness's. Joe, can you drop the link again in chat? Or Bling, can you drop?
I just did.
Oh, you just did? Elizabeth, just click on that link and then it will bring you up here. And then Joe, don't remember the overlay button, just in case. Lucian is 4. Lucian 4 is nonverbal autistic child who went missing near Sarg Hubbard Park on September 10th. And what's today? It's almost been 10 days. Tomorrow will be 10 days. Around 7:15 p.m., he was wearing blue shorts and a blue long sleeve shirt with a shark on it, which I believe the picture on the left is a shark shirt. Lucian is 4 foot, approximately 40 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. A statewide alert has been issued.
Elizabeth, if you don't want your camera on, you can shut it off. There you go. And I will add you right now. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, your camera's
You're
on.
welcome. Oh, there it goes again.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
Elizabeth. Hello?
Can you hear us?
Joe, do you have an overlay that's set up or no?
Yeah.
You can just put the overlay up and then she doesn't.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Now your camera's blocked, so you don't have to worry about people seeing you.
Is she on mute or
Elizabeth? No, she's not muted.
Yeah. I guess my biggest thing is I want to speak with somebody that knows him. That like, is he full of energy? Is he like? I just both. I mean, the lake there isn't that far away from the playground. Right. I could see that, but that river's a long ways away.
Yeah, it is.
And he would have to know that the river was there. But then again, being a little guy, running away and then getting lost and just wandering around. Is Elizabeth still here or no?
She's still here, but Elizabeth, can you hear us?
Hi, Duchess.
Let me try and remove her and then re-add her.
Kat Smith, that's a great question. She says, where is he on the spectrum? I don't think it's going to play into him disappearing. I just, when he's nonverbal, that means that he can't speak, but we have videos that he can speak. So I want that to get cleared up, because if he can speak his 1, 2, 3, 4, if somebody is yelling his name, I'm sure he would answer. Or maybe he can't because he doesn't comprehend it. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. And at this point, I will be putting out my alert message on social media, because after that thorough search that they've done, I think that they pretty much cleared this area. It doesn't look like it's very thick with, some of it's pretty dense, but a lot of the actual park is not. What is this? Looks like a junkyard. Oh, somebody's writing. Let's see here. Try exiting and re-enter.
She can hear us, but we can't hear her.
Yeah. You'll probably have to put that back into chat so she can click on it again, Joe.
Let's see. He can count a little bit and says words, but not a conversation. Okay. Very good to know.
He can count a little bit and says words, but not a conversation.
There she is. Elizabeth, can you hear us? Uh-oh.
Well, then that makes sense. He can count a little bit and says words, but not a conversation. Which, I guess, Elizabeth, if you're listening and can type in this back chat, can he, if you call his name, does he respond?
I'm going to drop the link again, because she had tried to rejoin, and then it said device not connected.
Okay. The GoFundMe and news articles I read said nonverbal. They need to correct that information on the GoFundMe. Yes, there seems to be misinformation. There is a lot of misinformation in this one. They also said they used underwater drones. Did you see that, Joe?
They did. They used the underwater drones.
Does it show where they used them at? What I took from it is they went from Sela to what was the other one that's further south of this location?
The Kiwanis Park?
Union Gap to Sela. From Sela to Union Gap. But I don't know why Sela would have anything to do with it. That's like upstream. But I think it moves downstream. I didn't look at the water. But Union Gap is pretty far south along the river. But that's a fast-moving river, too. My son is a level 2, also, quote-unquote, nonverbal, which just means he doesn't have a full-on conversation with someone. He can speak and uses echolalia, which is repeating what you are hearing. Okay. See, I'm learning as well because I don't understand what the word meant. Mom said he has never wandered off before. I don't know if that's true. I'd have to find that actual I'd have to find the actual thing where she said that.
Elizabeth, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yes, now we can. Yay!
It only took 4 tries. Now we can go.
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. So your cousin is say how you're related again. Uh-oh. She dropped off.
Yeah.
Here she
The
is.
Greenway path is.
Oh my
going-
gosh. I think I'm just screwing everything up. I'm like, I'm not going to touch anything anymore here.
Yeah, don't even type.
Sometimes StreamYard is a pain like that.
Right.
When you do it from your phone, I do it all the time. I accidentally hit the X and then I just drop down from wherever I am.
Right. Okay. So I think we're good now.
Yes. All right. Tell us about Lucian.
Well, I don't know a lot about Lucian, but I'm very close with his grandmother and his aunts and uncles and stuff like that. We kind of separated a little bit. Everybody went their way a few years back, and I haven't seen them much. But I was at the park with the family on Monday and Tuesday, and so they were telling me a lot about him, and they said he was a very happy kid. And even though he's not he is what they call nonverbal, he can still count to like 6 or 7. He can repeat some words. He just can't have like a sentence, he just doesn't do sentences and have a conversation with you. I think he's pretty shy and wouldn't necessarily come to somebody or talk to somebody if they tried to approach him. But that's just my opinion, the way that they explained how they told me that he was. So
yeah, that's been my big concern, especially with the homeless population that is very close in proximity to the park.
And the homeless population here is very, very bad. It's, I know that there's other places that have homeless populations, but here in the Greenway, we call it the Greenway. It's pretty much a pathway, and it's at least 20 miles long, goes in several different directions. And Sarg Hubbard Park is kind of where it all started, and then it just spread out from there. So the Greenway, if he was going southeast, he would go southeast, and then there would be nothing for a long time. But there's a lot of homeless that are living in the brush, that's living down by the river. And then there's an arboretum, and then a shelter for dogs. And then it keeps going from there all the way to Union Gap. And I believe that's where it stops if you're going south. But it also cuts off and goes towards Moxie, which is another city that's east from us. And it goes north to Sela and way north all the way to Natchez, which is quite a ways from us. And so any way that he went, there's a lot of places he could be.
Yeah, so when you were there when this last week, right? Monday and
Tuesday, yes.
I'm trying to figure this out here. So they used underwater drones, right?
I believe they did that on Sunday, and I was actually out of town flying back in town on Sunday. And so I believe they did the underwater drones on Sunday. How far
is the river? To me, is a long ways away.
Well, it is at Sarg Hubbard Park, but as you go south on the Greenway, the river comes very close to the Greenway farther south.
And the Greenway is the path that you walk along it, right?
Yes,
here.
It's a path.
It's this path right here, right? Where my cursor's going?
I can't see that, so.
Oh, you can't? Okay, no. That's fine.
Yeah.
The Greenway goes along where the quarry is, where the lake is here.
Right. It's on the east side of the lake. The Greenway it's all on the east side.
Okay. So they were playing at the actual park, or they went for a walk?
I believe that they were playing at the park, and they were supposed to be on the toys, but they right past the toys, just a few feet, there's just a hill that's kind of sharp down a little bit, but it's not very tall. I would say 7-8 feet tall, and they love just kind of rolling down that hill. And so, but but no one seems to have seen them, and so it's just really kind of confusing. But they do disappear because they're little kids, and if it's 7 or 8 feet to come down, you can't see the little kids once they roll down that hill.
Yeah. What is this a park that a lot of people go to?
I think it is a park that a lot of people go to in the daytime. I know that it's pretty busy during the weekend. On the weekdays, not so much. A lot of people are working, but on the weekends, it's a pretty busy park. But everybody tries to stay out at night. A lot of sketchy people, a lot of homeless people, a lot of drug use. It gets pretty scary at night. This is not what people would consider the best part of town.
Yeah, wow. That's why like I said, there's 25%. I always say there's 25% because I leave everything open until it's clarified by law enforcement. So that's why earlier, I don't know if you're listening when I was talking, but I was trying to figure out, they did see them on camera at the park.
We have so many different versions of it. We don't know. I'm not going to say why I kind of stepped back, but I did kind of step back, and I didn't go back to the park after Tuesday. I just had a lot of questions, and I just couldn't understand how a little 4-year-old, with it being on a Saturday, the park would have been a lot of people there, how nobody would have noticed a 4-year-old walking away by himself. Because me, I would intervene, and I know a lot of parents would intervene on that. But I'm not saying anything derogatory towards the family.
I'm not either. It's just trying to eliminate the process of elimination of where he went and why he went there, and start at square one. Are we at the park or that never happened? And there's a lot of who's this Amy? Do you know Amy?
Yes, she is. Sarah, I'm sorry, Sandra is the mother and Amy is her sister.
Okay. So the information that Amy is putting out online, we should take as pretty factual then?
Well, I would, in my opinion, I would think that was her truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth that it's her truth. She wasn't there when it happened or anything, so she's just repeating what she's hearing, as well as everybody else is repeating what they're hearing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say factual because we don't know.
Yeah.
And I did hear that the father was on camera looking, and this was the newest thing that I heard, but the father was on camera looking for him, and he had a stroller, but. Mm-hmm. We've heard that he was on video, and we've heard that he's not on video, and that's from family.
Yeah.
Right? It's family members that are causing the confusion, I think.
Yeah, that's why I said too many cooks in the kitchen, because there's other family members that are saying other stuff, and when you start having them saying stuff on social media, it gets a whole bunch of what is fact. The fact is that this is a family member and they're speaking, but that's the facts based off of what their opinion. So right. Is it 100% facts? We don't know. And deciphering through that has made it a mess right now, because I was going through it this morning trying to figure out what each one is saying.
So we could try and put together an accurate timeline, and
just
can't do it.
And now I'm not trying to say I'm a great person or anything, but I showed up on Monday morning. Like I said, I was out of town. I flew in we were on vacation. We flew back in home, and I showed up, and I was there about 9:00, and I said, hey guys, we need to get everything written down. We need one
Mhm.
spokesperson, one
Yes,
person that takes care of all of this. If everybody gets involved, it's just going to be a debacle. And that's what's happened. So,
exactly.
Yes, and it takes somebody speaking up and them appointing somebody in order to do it. I'm gonna be putting out a social media alert today,
okay.
which is a new thing that I do where it will hit that whole area with his picture and stuff, and I make a little video, and it's like a warning little thing, and I share it in a whole bunch of places, and then everybody else shares it everywhere. I don't. Did they do an Amber Alert at all?
No.
They did a missing persons alert, but they didn't do an Amber Alert, and I was really kind of upset about that because, my opinion is there's always someone who can make the final decision
Yeah.
on what we're going to do, and if you put enough pressure on that person, they're going to do what you ask them to do.
Oh,
And
yes.
I just felt that there's certain things that have not been followed through properly, because I think we could have an Amber Alert if that person had enough pressure on them that they would approve it.
Yeah.
The other thing is in the mother's interview with the news, she was pleading for somebody to give her kid back, which I don't know. I just caught that. That was the first thing I caught the first day, and obviously that's what makes me think that because they searched the waters, that river flows pretty quickly, right?
Yes, it's pretty low right now, but it does flow quickly. We have drownings in that river every single year, and sometimes it's several a year. So that is a very scary thought right there, is in the river.
What's the population?
We have in the city of Yakima about 90,000, but if you added everybody around it, I think we're close to about 150, all of the little suburbs and stuff.
Okay. Well, so pretty big size.
Yeah, it's pretty big size.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've also noticed, I'm sorry.
No.
I also noticed that the people coming out to search seems to be getting smaller and smaller all the time. And I think that has a lot to do with all of the information out there that nobody knows what to think.
I would agree, because we were hesitant to even do a live, but the point of the live is to get his face out there, and let's look at the park and see if we can eliminate some of the possibilities here of, I said there's 4 possibilities, and it's nothing against the parents, but
nothing.
A, wasn't even at the park. B was, hold on here, I can pull them up real quick. B, he's in the water. C, he's abducted. Or D, he's still walking around out there someplace.
Yeah. And those aren't in any particular order.
No.
No. No.
And I mean, the likelihood of, with that homeless population and abductions are on the rise. Kids are getting abducted in broad daylight in their front yards. And
we have to remember that is like the prime time for abductions, as well as what I've learned from 6 to 7 usually is the prime time.
Right.
And that was one of my thoughts on this whole thing is he wandered off and somebody took him. But the only thing we can do is put out his picture. It's more crucial when it happens immediately, but like when you're putting out the stuff immediately, it's a sad thing.
And the other thing I was thinking about is a lot of people who, if it was foul play, if someone had abducted him or done something to him, a lot of people try to insert themselves into the investigation. They'll show up and search. Sure. They'll show up and befriend the family. They'll show up, and just kind of see what's going on and stuff. And so, everybody needs to be aware. If you see somebody that you think is just not right, that there's something going on, then it probably should be reported.
Yeah. It would really, really help if they had one spokesperson that was speaking for them instead of, I don't know, I think I've seen like 5 or 6 different people speaking, and it's all different stuff.
Yep.
And it doesn't help the situation at all. It's not helping find him. It's just making wandering eyes go different places. And we need to refocus and get onto track of what the facts are here. They had dogs out there at one point, right?
Yes, they had, I believe, dogs out there on Sunday, maybe Monday also. And then we had that gentleman that came in with his search dogs. I think he was all the way from Texas or something, that came in and searched and pointed at that corner at Buchanan Lake and said he doesn't know if it's Lucian or not, but he feels that there is a cadaver down there. And but sounds like they searched and they didn't find anything.
They also didn't they just recently, was there a dive team that came in?
Well, and that's another thing that we've got a lot of, we're not sure about the information, because they were supposed to come in yesterday. And then we heard that they were trying to get permission from the Central Premix because they had to use their dock. And some people said they never came, and other people said they did. So,
and Amy said the water is all clear.
But there is so much milfoil, and you can't see. It's not clear to see anything. There's a lot of milfoil down there.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to believe that they could clear something that's 100 foot deep, and I think 50 acres or 100 acres, and with it being so contaminated, that's hard to believe that it could be 100% clear.
Well, that's an active concrete business, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's constant dust going in there.
I would say yes.
And they should have cameras.
Yeah. And everybody at the park, you know, these days, well, I can say these days because I'm older and, you know, we didn't have cell phones when I was young. But these days, everybody has a camera, and everybody's taking videos or pictures of their kids.
Yeah.
How come there's nothing showing Lucian was there?
Right. And, you know, then I think because there was a recent bust of a cartel, you know, and so is there gang activity involved? You know, not from the parents, but, you know, are they involved in this somehow?
Right.
Because we're seeing a lot more activity with gang-related kidnappings. And no, Sunshine, I do not believe that they have dredged the river. Have they? The Yakima River?
I think because it was so low, they took kayaks out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the river, like you could stand, were they standing in the river?
I don't know. I wasn't there then. That's the day I was coming back home.
Okay. Because I read something
there is
on the river. It's like 35 foot deep.
So
well, in different parts it is.
So there's a lot of brush. There's the river.
Yes. And this
was one of the homeless encampments, wasn't it?
Well, they leave their garbage pretty much everywhere. I'm not sure if it's an
yeah.
actual encampment, but yeah, there's garbage everywhere. And
yeah.
There's even homeless people that are digging digging holes in the side of where the river is and living in those holes and stuff, little cubby holes and things like that. So it's very scary, but the place that the park is, like I said before, is kind of the bad part of town. There's lots of gang activity there, and it goes into Yakima, because this is a little bit out of like what I'd call Yakima proper. You know, it's a little bit out, and but the gang activity in that side of town is horrible. The drug activity is horrible. The other point I wanted to make is he is not the only child that has went missing in 2022 in Yakima.
Oh, I
There are
know.
4 or 5 more.
Yeah.
And that's
there's actually there's 49 active missing children cases in Yakima. And that's not even, and that goes back for decades. But, even more when you put the adults with them.
right. And that's been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
We had a couple years back, just on spring break, we had like 15 kids go missing.
Oh, wow.
A couple years back, and it was really scary. And I think most of them popped up, but a lot of times you never hear it again. This person's missing, and it would be, so we don't know if they're still missing or not, because the police usually don't say, hey, we found them, or they were found, or whatever. So, you hear all these kids are missing, and well, you don't know if they've ever been found or not.
Oh, I'm here. Levi?
There we are.
There
Can
you
you
are.
hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you still here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
There for a
Okay.
second I couldn't. I'm just thinking here. I mean, this Buchanan Lake is big. But I put it in comparison with like this the Walmart parking lot. That's a long ways for him to wander off to.
Really? Yeah, but really in perspective. Oh, you're talking about the wander off to Buchanan compared to going to Walmart? Yeah, because Walmart's just right there. There's a parking lot in between there where a lot of homeless people stay in their, I guess they wouldn't be homeless if they had RVs and stuff, but they stay in that RV, in that parking lot in their RVs. And then there's Walmart right on the other side. But Buchanan Lake is I think I would say about a half-mile walk.
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty big. Yeah. Anything else with the so you went out there Monday and Tuesday,
Yes.
which last week, let me see something here. So Monday and Tuesday last week would have been the 12th and 13th. He went missing on Saturday.
Yes.
So Saturday, then you have Sunday. So Saturday at 7:30, then you have Sunday, and then you were there Monday and Tuesday when all the police were there.
I was there Monday. Basically all the police were there. Tuesday they were starting to thin out. There weren't as many.
Is there? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Is there a reason why they pulled back from the area?
The only thing I heard, and I don't know if it's true, is resources and the cost.
Yeah. Well, I see that there's been some other activities going on there. That's when I'm looking at news articles, there's some other stuff that's been going on. So I would imagine that they needed some resources for the other things that are going on in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Which is no secret. I mean, anybody can look it up. I just don't speak about it over here. The police were there Saturday night looking. My husband and I were there looking. Oh, that's so nice, Heidi Flores.
Yeah, well, Heidi Flores is actually my daughter-in-law and my son and daughter-in-law.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, my suggestion, I don't know if you talk to the parents or if you talk to like their grandmother or whatever. I would just suggest for somebody to tell them to have one person speaking instead of four people or 5 people. Because what happens is that one thinks that like, oh, let's just give them this information to mess with the social media people. Well, in fact, what it's going to do is just going to hurt everything. So I did see a lot of messages that I'm like, whoa, why would you even tell anybody on social media that stuff?
Right. Absolutely.
And all it's going to do is either hurt the situation or make people point fingers at people that it shouldn't need to be pointed at. And that's why I just am a firm believer of there's 4 different possibilities here, and you can't rule any of them out without having facts. So you still stay at the park. And at that point, they cleared the park. Was there heavy brush there? I didn't see any.
There is a lot of heavy brush there.
There is.
But kind of, yeah, it's pretty much wild. It's pretty much a let go kind of wild around it. They have little parks, you know, they have Sarg Hubbard, and then they have another little kid park, and they have little parks here and there that are nice and kept, and parking lots that are kept. But the whole greenway itself is pretty much like natural. They just keep it like the natural state that it's in.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to know, because on the map, like, it shows the park is like, this is beautiful. It's all mowed and stuff, and this is from 2022. That's 50 feet. Yeah, that's a long ways away. I don't know. There's a lot of open land here, but I think right across. Oh, there's the greenway. I found the greenway. So once you go onto the east side of the greenway there, right from where the parking lot is, that's all heavy brush, right?
Yes, trees and brush.
Okay.
As you go south, there's not as. When you go south, you'll see how the river comes back, and it's like right next to the greenway pathway. The river is very close to it, farther south.
Yeah. I still think that's just too far. That's why I'm keeping everything onto the table here. I think that the river is way too far away for him to wander that far that quickly. But that's my opinion. That doesn't mean that he didn't get to the river. It's just sad, because trying to find him is what's important.
Absolutely, he's number one. He's the most important thing in the world, and having all of this speculation and all these people complaining and stuff, it's not productive. We need to concentrate on him and finding him. So that, you know, at least most of our questions could be answered at that point. Hopefully we find him well. You know, that's our prayers, that we find him well. But either way, he has to be found.
Yeah, well, I see the police did a very thorough search of the park. But that's my opinion from what I saw. Now, I wasn't there to actually physically see what they were doing or how many people were there. But can you elaborate on how heavily searched it was?
Well, the first night, my son actually called me, and he had been searching, and he said there were hundreds of people out there, hundreds of people searching. And then the next, probably on Sunday, they said there were about 150. And I'm not sure if that's just authorities or was other searchers also. And then it's just kind of scaled down from there. It's just getting fewer people each day.
Huh. So do you think that with 200 to 150 people for 2 days of searching, that they would have searched all that brush that's in between the parking lot there and like where the river is?
I know, I believe on Monday is when the soldiers came over from Spokane, and there was either 12 or 13 of them. And I believe they did search that brush, and they were going like arm in arm in a line, going arm in arm and searching there. So I believe that was thoroughly searched on Monday.
Is there a lot of house? I just hate the fact that there's a Walmart so close.
I know.
Yeah. And with the park being so close to the Walmart, I just don't like that, because I don't know if you understand where I'm leaning to, but
I do.
I picked the object that he's. I'll just say it. My theory is that we need to get a bolo out there, because he's like not anywhere near the park anymore.
That's my feeling also. I agree with you. That's my feeling. My feeling was he wasn't near the park from the beginning. So, I mean, not from the moment he went missing.
No, he was at the park. It's just there's Walmart's too close there. I see there's another parking lot on the other side of the park here.
Mm-hmm.
I also see that people park along the side of the road here as well. I wish I had actual pictures of this parking lot here that's in between Walmart, and it's like a rock thing. If I had live pictures of it, but what I was seeing from a couple of years ago is that there's a lot of garbage and a lot of trash in there, and I don't know if it's like now.
Yes, and it's I think it's just a gravel parking lot from what I remember. I was there a couple days ago, and I think it's just a gravel parking lot. And I think right now there's several RVs parked there, and people are living in them.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is that it looks like an encampment of some sort, and I don't know. There just doesn't make sense. I mean, if they search this body of water here, I don't know how deep it is, but that would be the only water that I think in that amount of time from when you realize that he's missing, that he would be able to get to. I think the river is way too far away. I could be 100% incorrect. This is just me logically thinking. That river is way too far away to get. He'd have to. If he head southwest is what they said, right?
Southeast.
Southeast. So east would be towards Walmart.
No, that's west.
No, I'm sorry. Southeast would be towards the buildings here.
Yes. This would be southeast would be towards the lake, that first little lake.
First little lake, yeah.
Yeah. And there's several different paths that when you go from Sarg Hubbard Park, there's several different paths that kind of meet up to the main walkway that keeps going. So he could have taken any of those paths too.
Yeah, I just at some point, and this is just me, they did search inside the Walmart Saturday also. This is just me throwing out logically thinking a 4-year-old boy that is autistic gets spun around and turned around. You would think that they would just sit on the ground at some moment.
My grandson's autistic, and he's going to be 6 here in a couple weeks, and that's what he does when he gets overwhelmed. He just drops on the ground and starts crying if he's overwhelmed, because he doesn't know what else to do.
Well, especially when you're in a big huge park like that and you get turned around. Let's say he walked away and got turned around in this park. I don't think that, I could be completely wrong, but I think he would just sit down and wait. And that's just my opinion. It just doesn't make sense that he would keep walking, because that river's a long ways away.
Right. And they get very, very overwhelmed. Littler things overwhelm them. And then they just kind of shut down. And that's how my grandson is. I'm just saying how my grandson is.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you on that. That if that happened to my grandson, I think he would just shut down, sit down somewhere and cry.
Let me pop this up real quick, and a huge thank you to Heidi and Sabrina that sent me these in an email. So here is a post. Please help bring this baby home. Child was taken from Sarg Hubbard Park on the 10th. The family believes these men may be responsible. Mark Lee Cochran is a registered sex offender and was camping out at the park and hasn't been seen since the child was abducted. The child is also Well, we know he's partially verbal and autistic. We need to do everything we can to get this baby home. Yes, we do. So that's interesting.
Yes, it is. And
Very.
one person one or two people at the park said that there were we had different stories. One was they saw one person there, and the other person said they saw two men who were scruffy, and looked like they may be homeless, and they actually followed one of the lady's 5-year-old son into the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
And then she intervened. So I forgot all about that. You just brought that up. That's fantastic. But that's what has been reported.
And thank you to Trisha for sending this to us. So KAPP News on the 11th said that his family said he does not wander off. So that kind of goes more to, oh my goodness, I hope.
Maybe an abduction.
Yeah, I got a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. Just almost like stranger danger. Maybe he was lured with candy or a toy or something. You never know. And now looking at the water, I'm definitely leaning towards more on the abduction line. And, even more reason why an Amber Alert needs to be issued. Yes, we don't have a vehicle. That's understandable. But at least he would get national coverage immediately, and going far and wide. And, I mean, statistics show that Amber Alerts work when they're used.
Yeah, well, got to be used right away.
Yes. Right, that's what I was going to say. Used absolutely right away. And with him being autistic, again, like I said, my grandson would just shut down. If somebody grabbed him and he was very confused and upset, he might just shut down and no one would even know that person was taking a child that wasn't theirs.
Right.
Well, it's your daughter-in-law, right? Heidi's your daughter-in-law?
Yes, Heidi's my daughter-in-law.
Heidi, you can come up here if you want. I don't know if she's at work, but
yeah, let me drop the link again. And anybody that wants to come up.
Anybody that wants to come up and ask any questions or anything. I mean, I think, see, this is my whole thing. And this is why I started. I don't know if people have seen, but I've been doing little short videos of missing people and doing them as he would scream, but he screams when he's mad at me.
Right.
I do little warning videos onto social media because of the fact that Amber Alerts don't go for other missing adults or missing teens. And it's sad because how do you get that out to a local area through social media in order to make them aware? Not everybody falls into the criteria. And it's so sad that criteria has to be met when a kid goes missing in order to push a button. When I got so mad the other day before I was thinking about this idea. And the thing is they didn't do an Amber Alert for some kid, but they did do, I was talking to somebody and they didn't do an Amber Alert or anything for this family that went missing, and this was on the East Coast, but they did an automated service for re-election of a sheriff to everybody's phone. So you put money into
wow.
And it's not against the police. I'm sure that was scheduled, and I'm sure somebody funded it. But if you can get the funding for that, why is there not funding? I live outside of Chicago, and I don't get all the Amber Alerts. But the thing is when I do get them, they do come across. I'd rather get an Amber Alert every single time somebody went missing. All it takes is that one picture and of somebody seeing them.
Right. And like you said, ask questions or anything. I do have something that I'd like to say to everybody, in the community. Before I say that, I just want to say that a lot of people don't have social media.
Right.
A lot of people don't, especially older people and stuff. And there were a lot of people at that park So, if anything, we need to plead. We don't, it doesn't matter if you don't think you saw anything or anything. Could you please review your videos, your pictures,
Yes.
everything? Because there could be anything that
Yeah.
would point
It,
us in a good direction.
right. I mean, you never know what you can see in the background of an image, and I mean, and those images have been so integral in missing in the missing, that when Gabby Petito with her case, and as a matter of fact, today is the 1-year anniversary that Gabby Petito was found. And but we were going through all the pictures and looking in the background, and it was surprising what people were
Right.
able to come up with. Hey, True Crime Web, good to see you. It's all good. Callie Dime back in here. Thank you guys for coming in.
Where did you drop the link just a second ago?
Yeah, but I can drop it again.
Drop it one more time, but in StreamYard, because then it'll come across the mine too on my.
Okay, I did.
I heard a story not too long ago where, and I don't think it was here, but there was a child that went missing, and a lady found him and took him home and fed him, and all these people are looking for him, but she was feeding him and stuff, and then she must have called the police or something, and then he was found. I mean, it could be as simple as something like that. And if it was somebody who maybe doesn't speak English or doesn't have social media or anything, or someone that's just a little bit off, that wouldn't think twice about that.
So true.
Well, and it just takes that one person to remember the actual people there. So that if I see there's a lot of locals that are scouring the social media side of this whole thing, and now I'm glad that you came up here, because I could do my alert a different way, and hopefully it reaches people that were at the park. Obviously, local people that live in those campers over there by the Walmart, obviously they know there's a kid missing. Hopefully his poster and everything is outside that Walmart.
True Crime with Sunshine. Yes, he does. I will get it and I will drop it into our chat.
Yeah. The biggest thing is getting it out there to the people that do have social media, so that and I don't know what the percentage is over there. I mean, 90,000 people is a lot of people. How much of the population would you say that you would think would have social media? Half of the population?
Probably 75%. We're pretty young. It's a pretty young population. I would say 75%. But just a suggestion, maybe mention that if there's anybody that, that they know that doesn't have social media, please share it with their families or share it with, their loved ones and stuff, just in case.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because in my own logical opinion, that park was thoroughly searched. The water, if they had an underwater drone, if that is in fact, the police said that they used an underwater drone. So I would take that as facts. And I would say that bodies of water have been searched pretty heavily, and that would put him not there. I'm not saying that he's not. It just is taking me to the abduction side of things, and that's why it's important. There are flyers all the way to, I don't know how to say that, Kennewick.
Yes, yes.
And it's about an hour south. Well,
and then there's also Ellensburg, which is about 45 minutes north of us. That is a decent sized city. Kennewick, we call it Kennewick. It's Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland, and we call it the Tri-Cities here. And it's bigger than Yakima, so there's a lot of people who live there.
Got a question for you. So there's campers that are in this parking lot across from Walmart, right?
Yes.
Now, if you head east on Terrence Heights Drive, is there campers also parked around this area that it looks pretty open?
I think that's mostly industrial, but I haven't been that direction in a long time, so I couldn't tell you. But I don't think so, because that's mostly industrial there, and then houses start right after that.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is a lot of times when abductors take a kid, they don't go that far. It's just trying to figure out how far that they'd go. It's a very slim chance that they would go like across country or to a different town or to a different place. That's why I was asking if there's campers or campsites. Like here's a big empty area here too. And that's just north of there. But it is along an interstate. So
yes.
And that's usually typically how it works, majority of the time.
Yes, with the interstate. And if someone just stopped at Walmart or something and it was something that was spur of the moment, they found an opportunity, who knows what could happen.
Right. I mean, there's been recent cases where people have gone in and offered money for a child from Walmart. I guess they think that they can buy great value items and a great value child at the same time. But, you know, there was one that was arrested in Texas just recently because of that. And there was another one, I believe in Oklahoma. Same thing. Went to Walmart to abduct a child. And so their abductions are on the rise.
Yes, they are.
Both adult and children.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I don't just watch my children or my grandchildren.
Exactly.
I watch every child around me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm that person in Walmart who says, "Where's your mother? Let's go find her."
Right.
You know, and because that's probably one of most mothers, that's their worst fear is their child disappearing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's one of my big fears.
Well, I'm glad that you came up. This is very informative.
Thank you so much.
Helps to open up the eyes a little bit here for me, I know, because I had questions. I know that Darkness knows my theory on this, and my theory is, and it was from the beginning, that he was taken. And that has been my thing from the beginning. The water's too far away to the river. The other water, he could get to it, but changing a diaper and then going back and also being with another sibling is, in fact, would be pretty unlikely. You would think that the other sibling, unless there was other kids there playing, that the sibling would actually run after him. So I don't think... hopefully the underwater drones did wonders in that one little lake there, just south of there. But yeah, my thing is I don't think he's anywhere over there. And that's been my take on it since day one. And I mean, trying to filter through the facts to make that conclusion is where I have a hard time as other information from family members and stuff comes out. But now speaking with you, with the local area and stuff, I lean more on that somebody took him.
Yeah.
I think I felt that maybe had wandered for the first couple days, and then after that, that's what my conclusion was too, that he was abducted, because it's just hard for me to believe that nothing else was seen. You know, so I believe that I believe too that he was abducted.
Yeah, Steve, when you get that drone and we drink coffee here coming up, you better bring that thing with you. Steve bought a drone, and then he says next on his list is underwater drone. That'd be cool. So
Yeah, that would be amazing.
He's supposed to be coming and visiting sometime soon. So
Oh, good.
yeah.
And Mia Rhonda says, I have 10 now 6-week-old pups that I have plans to get certified in scent training and tracking once they're old enough, but I'm starting the introduction of scent training soon. That is awesome. That's wonderful. Search and rescue canines are sent straight from heaven.
Anybody that wants to come up and ask questions, the link's pinned to the top of my chat. I don't know if you're
let me hop back over to my I still just had the StreamYard up, but let me pin the I meant to do it before we even started.
What's the weather like there?
We have the 4 seasons. Right now it's 60, 70 degrees. In the summertime we have 90s to the hundreds. In the springtime it's windy and rainy, and in the winter we're snowed in half the time. So it's very nice. But right now it's around 60, 70 degrees.
Wow.
Another comment that I wanted to make, and I kind of am reluctant because I don't want to sound morbid, but if for some reason that he was still in that park, I think it would be a good idea for anyone who had a dog who was maybe sensitive, that can smell things and stuff really well, to go ahead and take their dog. Because if he was found in that park and we know it's been over a week now, those dogs could pick up scents and stuff that we could never.
Yes. Oh, I know. It's amazing. Amanda asked, did anyone see or read the post about the volunteers heard screams of a child and called law enforcement and they didn't act on it? If I am remembering that situation right, they had heard a scream of a child in an RV. And then, but I thought that law enforcement ended up, and that they did look into that, and that child was safe. Had you heard anything, Elizabeth?
I heard about another child that I think they did look, if I'm right, and there's so many things going around, they looked into that, and it was a blonde-haired child.
Yes, that was the one that because I had seen something about the blonde child. So here is another one that Heidi sent us. Yakima, I went to Walmart at 9 p.m. last night. There's this man that walks around Walmart asking women if he can use their phone because he needs a ride home. Well, trust me, I didn't want to let this man use my phone, but he will pressure you in a way because of mental challenges. I gave this man the benefit of the doubt, thinking, what can he do? Run out with my phone? We were standing in public at Walmart, so I let him dial a number. This man had my phone for 2 minutes and did the most horrible thing. My phone turned off on him. I asked, did it die? He was hovering over me, anxiously waiting for it to turn on to get it back. I said, I don't have time for this, and I walk away with my 9-year-old daughter. And he asked if he can take a pic of us with his phone. I said no and left. I was worried, waiting for my phone to turn on. I pay and let the cashier know what happened and asked if we can have someone walk us to my car. As soon as this worker walks me out, the same man is waiting for me and calling out to me, but he did have another worker by him watching him. I told the worker I don't know him and safely got to my car. As soon as I got home and parked my car, I opened my phone to the number he called and the text message he sent out. I was livid and crying. I raced back to Walmart, caught him outside sitting against the wall in the front, quickly parked my car in front of him so he didn't leave, jumped out of my car screaming and crying, telling why did he send a picture of my daughter to this number. I knew why. I just really wanted to attack this man. I was crying and screaming at the top of my lungs because I knew. Let's see. And then it ends up being blocked from that. But that's interesting. Very interesting. So
that was a couple days ago. 3 days ago.
3 days ago. Mhm.
My question would be which Walmart, because we have two.
Oh.
So there's this Walmart that we're talking about now, and then we have that's on the complete other side of town. And so I would like to know which Walmart that is.
Here's the other Walmart. So you have a Walmart over here by the park, and then there's one way over here.
And believe it or not, the one that's in the better side of town, you know, where what people would consider the better side of town, there's a lot more of that going on. We hear things like that, people trying to abduct kids and people doing weird things and stuff over at that Walmart all the time. I'm actually live pretty close to it, and it's kind of scary. I usually
Heidi's saying that it was that one, Chestnut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I usually don't go to Walmart because I'm concerned.
There's definitely been some instances in a Walmart parking lot that I have had to that I have raised my level of awareness, you know, of really paying attention to the surroundings. Out here, and I'm in Georgia, but out here, one thing that people will try and do is they'll be in the parking lot and they'll say, hey, you know, my car broke down. Can I just use your phone? Or, you know, can you give me a couple dollars for gas? And then they assault the person that,
right.
Yeah.
We have that all the time here. And usually if I see someone coming, I'll get back in the car and just roll the window down like 2 inches or something. And if someone asks me for money, I'll tell them no, but I will take you into Walmart and buy you a few groceries, or I will meet you over at the gas station and give you a few dollars for gas.
Yeah.
And because it's very scary.
Oh, I didn't scroll down far enough. Okay. So the email went, there was actually a couple other photos attached. Thank you, Heidi. So let's see. So we finished there. But people do not put your hands on him. You will go to jail, not him. Just know people like that always get karma tenfold. As long as we are aware this is happening and he's a main problem, is enough for us to watch your surroundings. So pay close. If you're in the area and you see this man, be careful.
Yes, everybody needs to keep their head on a swivel, no matter where they're at. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it could be the best part of town or where the where the biggest houses are. You still be aware of your surroundings. That's number one.
Oh yeah, you could be in the ritziest area of Beverly Hills and get kidnapped or worse.
Yeah.
Is this in an Indian reservation?
No, we're just right outside the Indian reservation. Yakima itself is not, but the Indian reservation's only 2 or 3 miles away.
Is it north of it, south of it, east or west?
North. We're north.
Okay. I just was curious because I was reading some stuff and was taking a look at some of the stuff and I couldn't figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. So keep your kids close. You never know when when you are going to have to intervene. And if you and God forbid if you see something not right, say something.
And don't be afraid to intervene if you think something is wrong.
Right. Absolutely.
Anything else that you'd like to say before we wrap some more stuff up here?
I don't think so. I think I pretty much I've said my piece.
Oh, well, thank you so much again for coming on. And thank you to Heidi and Sabrina. You guys were absolutely amazing. And Trisha sending the email. We can keep in touch via email. And if you see anything, then definitely send it our way. Let's
Oh,
see.
hold on. What's that say?
Boatwright is saying we're coming up Thursday from Benton City. If he's not found yet, to do a thorough drone search on the Yakima River near the real Yakima fruit and produce area. Thank you, Boatwright. Yeah, definitely let me know. Thank you, checking.
Did you guys have any more questions for me?
No, I think
Okay.
I'm good on my end. How about
Okay.
you?
I think I'm good. That Boatwright guy that was just here.
Right here.
Yeah, if you could send us, I want to check out his channel.
Oh, okay.
If he has one, or if he doesn't, check out who they are, and interested as a resource, and to keep that in mind as we go on this venture of helping and getting families together and stuff. So
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Well, thank you again, Elizabeth, for coming up. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Missing out of Oregon, no Amber Alert. Let me pop that up. Let's see here. All right. Whoops. If I can hit the right button. Oh, and it looks like she has, Silas has been found safe. So it's one that we can update right away. So Silas, 7-year-old went missing, but Silas has been found safe. Yay. Thank goodness. And the other story that I had done just before we went live on this, Emery Osborne, who went missing in Indiana while she was out walking her dog. She has been found safe. And that was another child that didn't get an Amber Alert. So, well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to Level Headed for joining me on panel. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you see something, say something. Together we can all make a difference. Check out the rest of the Real Crime Team for more fact-based content. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload or live stream. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.